Welcome back to the channel. In this video, just a quick one, I want to talk about the director and writer of Days Gone. Because what he has said, you can't go around saying stuff like that. It doesn't make any sense to say it. And again, we have fallen into this case of the consumers and the players being blamed for games doing poorly. So GameSpot posted this and several other news articles have posted it too. But the director and the writer for Days Gone, in response to why it was a one and done project, the director and writer says, if you love a game, buy it at full price. And then he was asked about how can you know you love a game that you haven't played? And then the director and writer doubled down but didn't have much of an answer. He pointed to the PS4 exclusive God of War getting more support out of the gate. So in other words, jealous that the game didn't perform as good as others at launch. But there was an analyst that responded to this and said if a game didn't sell well at launch, it's most likely because the game, its marketing or its price failed to incentivize consumers to purchase. Blaming the consumer for a game not selling well at launch is a bit off the rails. I've been a part of the launch of hundreds of titles and a good chunk of them failed in the market. Postmortems were all about what we didn't get right and what we could do better next time. If someone didn't buy the game, it was our fault, not theirs. Which is totally spot on. You can't blame your consumers. If someone comes to my channel and says, I'm not subscribing to you, that's on me, not them. If they choose not to subscribe to my channel, that's because I need to do better. That's because I've done something that hasn't encouraged them to subscribe to my channel. If you create a game and it doesn't sell well, that's on the people that created it, not the people buying it. The actual quote was, if you love a game, buy it at full fucking price. But then after the analyst comes out and responds, the director of Days Gone then posts a series of tweets clarifying his position, emphasising that he had left Sony Bend 2 years earlier and was talking more about his experience of piracy on PSP. So regardless of piracy, cheap CD sites, like cheap key sites or whatever, I was going to say CD keys. But besides all of those and the piracy, Days Gone had a very, very rough launch. I remember everyone saying, oh, this game's so broken, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. I've never personally played it, so I can't have a comment of my own experience. I might be trying it when it comes out on PC. I'm not sure yet because of how Horizon Zero Dawn went. That was a terrible PC port. And I don't fancy wasting a load of money just to have a broken product for like a month or two until it gets fixed. So I might try it on PC when it does get released. And this is all because of the Days Gone sequel being rejected. It was because of the metascore. Like one of the big factors as to why it got rejected by Sony was because of its score on Metacritic. It got a very low score compared to other games, and that's because at launch the game was an absolute shambles. It did, however, from what I've heard, pick up and do much better through updates. But now all of a sudden, because it got rejected, the director and writer of the game has come out and says, oh, buy our game at full price. If we want to release a game and charge you £100 and you ever want to see a sequel, then pay that £100. No questions asked. It's your fault that a sequel is not happening, not ours. The people that code the games and the people that create the bugs and the messes and everything and the publishers that rush it out and the suits that are harassing and all that sort of stuff, it's nothing to do with the consumer. Absolutely nothing to do with us, the players that purchase these games. We see a game, it gets marketed, it builds up hype or whatever, and then we purchase the game based on whether we like the look of it or not. What we don't get to know beforehand is whether the game's broken or not, because I guarantee if people knew how bad Days Gone was going to be when it launched, and the same with any other game, if people knew how bad a game was going to be broken at launch, how badly broken it was going to be, there would be a lot less sales to the company. It's a very simple thing that companies don't understand these days. If you create a solid, good, working, fun, entertaining product, which isn't going to be easy, you have to be able to pick up traction from the fans, but if you can do that and you nail it, you're going to have a lot of sales. You're going to get praise from content creators, the influencers. You're going to have all that stuff happening, and you're going to make a lot of money. Sequels will be approved, everything like that. You make a game and you release it with broken bloody bugs and it's an absolute mess at launch. You're going to have people bad talking it. You're going to have criticism everywhere. Because you claim to spend, and this is going on Outriders again, but you claim to spend 5 years on the game and then you release it in the state it's released. You're not going to do that great. Yeah, you might hit top seller spots and all that sort of stuff, and your game might pick up with updates in the future. but your launch reception's not going to be too great, and that's on you, not the consumer. The game would have got a much better score if it didn't come out buggy. That is a fact. And I'm going to leave the video there before it does carry on much longer. I just wanted to bring this topic up because I totally disagree with the consumer and player being blamed for the mess that the creators have made. That would be like me making a bad video and then blaming my viewers. How is it their fault? That would be like somebody opening up their own little shop and there are leaks and everything in that shop, and the till, like all the electrics and stuff don't work properly, yet the person behind the till that day gets blamed for it because they didn't pick up sales. The people that create this stuff are the people to be blamed. Take responsibility for your mistakes. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.